In the complex and ever-changing landscape of life, clarity of thought is essential for personal growth, decision-making, and emotional balance. Clear thinking enables us to navigate challenges effectively, make sound, rational decisions, and maintain a sense of inner peace, even amidst external turmoil. Inspired by the timeless teachings of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, we can cultivate a mindset that encourages rationality, emotional resilience, and a sense of purpose. The ability to think clearly isn't just a gift for the few. It is a skill that anyone can develop through practice, reflection, and consistent effort. When we commit ourselves to the discipline of clear thinking, we unlock the potential to live more meaningful, harmonious lives. The Stoics believed that mental clarity is not something we are born with, but rather a skill we can develop over time with conscious effort and practice. Our minds, much like our bodies, can be trained to function at higher levels of efficiency and resilience. By embracing Stoic insights, we can train ourselves to think more clearly, reduce unnecessary emotional distress, and approach life's complexities with greater ease and confidence. Mental clarity, according to the Stoics, is tied to our ability to perceive things as they are, untainted by emotional biases and free from cognitive distortions. This mental discipline allows us to focus on what truly matters, thereby increasing our effectiveness in all areas of life. Let's explore how understanding cognitive distortions and applying Stoic techniques can sharpen our mental clarity, making us not only more rational, but also more content and emotionally stable. Understanding cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are irrational, exaggerated thought patterns that often lead us to believe things that are not entirely true. These distortions can cloud our judgment, distort our perception of reality, and negatively impact our emotional well-being. Becoming aware of these thought patterns is the first step toward cultivating clear thinking. For instance, all-or-nothing thinking causes us to view situations in black and white terms, where there is no middle ground or nuance. This type of thinking is limiting because it forces us to interpret events in extreme ways, missing the shades of gray that often contain the most valuable insights. It traps us in rigid patterns that leave no room for the complexity and fluidity of real life. Another common distortion is overgeneralization, which occurs when we draw sweeping conclusions based on a single event. For instance, if one project fails, we might believe all future endeavors will also fail. This kind of distorted thinking can be incredibly limiting. It prevents us from recognizing that each situation is unique and that failure in one area does not guarantee failure in another. By breaking free of overgeneralization, we can approach each new experience with a fresh perspective, allowing for new possibilities to emerge. Each situation should be evaluated on its own merits, as no single event defines our entire future. Filtering is another distortion that occurs when we focus only on the negative aspects of a situation while ignoring the positives. For example, you may overlook a series of accomplishments and fixate only on a single mistake, thereby giving it disproportionate weight. This imbalance distorts your overall view, making problems seem larger than they are. Training yourself to see both the positives and negatives in any given situation is key to achieving a balanced, accurate view of reality, which is essential for clear thinking. Personalization involves taking responsibility for things outside your control. This can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, or unnecessary stress. It's important to recognize that many factors influence outcomes, and you are not solely responsible for everything that happens around you. By understanding this, you can relieve yourself from the burden of guilt for things that are not your fault. Stoicism teaches us that we are only responsible for our own thoughts and actions. Everything else is beyond our control. Learning this distinction allows us to think more clearly and avoid taking on burdens that do not belong to us. Mind reading occurs when we assume we know what others are thinking, often without any real evidence. This distortion can lead to misunderstandings and unnecessary anxiety. Instead of making assumptions about others' thoughts or intentions, it's better to practice open communication and ask for clarification. This approach reduces stress, fosters healthier relationships, and prevents the unnecessary worry that comes from jumping to conclusions. By focusing on facts rather than imagined scenarios, we can maintain clearer, more rational thought processes. Stoic techniques for clarity. The Stoic philosophers provide a wealth of techniques to cultivate mental clarity and enhance rational thinking. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you can develop a stronger, more resilient mindset. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is daily reflection. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Ask yourself what went well, what didn't, and why. This habit of self-reflection cultivates self-awareness, enabling you to think more clearly and act with more wisdom in the future. By examining your thoughts and behaviors, you can identify patterns that either help or hinder your progress, giving you the clarity to make better decisions moving forward. Another technique is negative visualization, the practice of imagining worst-case scenarios. While this may seem counterintuitive, it actually serves to reduce anxiety and emotional turmoil. By confronting your fears and uncertainties head-on, you diminish their emotional power over you. When you mentally prepare for potential challenges, you can approach them with greater calm and readiness when they arise. Additionally, negative visualization fosters a deep sense of gratitude for what you currently have, as it reminds you that life's circumstances could always be more difficult. This perspective helps to keep your thinking grounded and clear, even in times of adversity. Distinguishing between control and influence is another core Stoic principle. The Stoics emphasized focusing on what you can control, namely your own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while letting go of what lies beyond your control. By directing your energy toward what you can influence, you reduce unnecessary stress and cultivate mental clarity. When you stop worrying about external events that you cannot change, you free your mind to focus on what truly matters, enhancing your ability to think clearly and act decisively. Journaling is a powerful way to organize your thoughts. Writing down your thoughts and feelings not only helps clarify your priorities and values, but also serves as a record of your mental progress. This practice allows you to reflect on your mental state over time, identifying patterns of thought and behavior that either support or undermine clear thinking. As you track your progress, you gain insight into the areas where you can improve, making journaling an essential tool for self-awareness and mental clarity. Mindfulness meditation is another technique that promotes clear thinking. By cultivating a practice of mindfulness, you train yourself to stay present and observe your thoughts without judgment. This increased awareness helps you better understand your mental landscape, allowing you to distinguish between helpful and harmful thoughts. By staying in the present moment and not getting lost in worries about the past or future, you maintain a sense of calm and clarity, even when faced with challenging situations. Lessons from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, offers invaluable lessons on how to maintain mental clarity in the face of life's challenges. One key lesson is to accept reality. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of accepting the world as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. This acceptance is key to clear thinking. By accepting reality, we can focus on finding solutions rather than being stuck in frustration or denial. Accepting reality allows us to focus on what we can change rather than wasting energy fighting against things beyond our control. Another important lesson from Marcus is to embrace change. Life is in constant flux, and resisting change only clouds your thoughts and creates unnecessary suffering. By embracing change and viewing it as a natural part of life, you allow your mind to remain flexible and clear, adapting to new circumstances with ease. Change, rather than something to be feared, becomes an opportunity for growth and new insights. Marcus Aurelius also taught the importance of focusing on the present. The past and future often distract us from the present moment, causing unnecessary worry and stress. Marcus Aurelius advised focusing on the present because it's the only time we truly have. Concentrating on the here and now helps us make better decisions and think with greater clarity. Living in the present moment sharpens our ability to respond to challenges without being weighed down by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Practice virtue was central to Marcus Aurelius's philosophy. By aligning your actions with your core values, you create a sense of inner peace and purpose, which is essential for clear thinking. When you know you are acting in accordance with your principles, you eliminate the inner conflict that often clouds judgment and decision-making. In today's world, limiting distractions is more crucial than ever. With constant notifications from social media, news, and various other sources, it's easy to lose focus. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that by identifying and minimizing distractions, we can enhance our ability to concentrate and think deeply. Focusing on what truly matters allows us to preserve our mental energy for the tasks that are most important, ensuring that our thinking remains sharp and effective. Lessons from Epictetus. Epictetus, another prominent Stoic philosopher, provides profound insights into cultivating mental clarity. One of the most important lessons from Epictetus is to realize your power. He taught that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over how we respond to them. Recognizing this inner power is key to maintaining clear thinking. Instead of being overwhelmed by circumstances, we can choose how we interpret and react to situations, allowing us to think more clearly and act with purpose. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of maintaining a calm mind. In moments of stress, our thinking can become clouded, leading to poor decisions. Epictetus encouraged individuals to practice patience and calmness, reminding them that a calm mind leads to clearer thoughts and more rational decisions. By learning to remain calm in the face of adversity, we can reduce emotional reactivity and approach challenges with a clear, focused mind. Conclusion: clear thinking is a fundamental skill that shapes how we perceive the world, make decisions, and respond to life's challenges. In today's fast-paced, often chaotic environment, the ability to think clearly is more important than ever. Yet for many of us, achieving mental clarity seems elusive. The pressures of daily life, coupled with constant distractions and overwhelming emotions, can cloud our judgment, making it difficult to think with the rationality and calm needed for effective decision-making. However, as we've explored through the wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, clear thinking is not an innate gift possessed by only a few. It is a skill that can be developed and refined through conscious effort and practice. The Stoics offer timeless teachings that help us cultivate a mindset grounded in rationality, self-awareness, and emotional resilience. By applying these teachings, we can overcome cognitive distortions, focus on what truly matters, and build a clear, steady mind capable of handling whatever life throws our way. One of the first steps toward clear thinking is understanding the mental barriers that often stand in our way. Cognitive distortions, such as all or nothing thinking, overgeneralization, and filtering, prevent us from seeing situations as they truly are. Instead, these distorted patterns of thought magnify problems, mislead us into making irrational judgments, and create unnecessary emotional distress. Recognizing these distortions is crucial, as it helps us reframe our thoughts and return to a more rational, balanced perspective. By examining the various cognitive distortions we can become aware of how they shape our thoughts and reactions. For instance, all or nothing thinking can trap us in rigid black and white conclusions, causing us to miss out on the nuances of life. Overgeneralization leads to false assumptions about future outcomes based on past experiences, while filtering magnifies the negative aspects of situations, making them seem more dire than they truly are. Personalization, mind reading, and other distortions all contribute to a clouded perception of reality. Awareness of these distortions alone is not enough, however. It's through the consistent application of techniques, such as those suggested by Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, that we can gradually overcome them. The Stoics believed that mental clarity is best cultivated through self-discipline, reflection, and mindfulness. By embracing these practices, we not only learn to think more clearly, but also develop the emotional resilience to face life's challenges with calm and poise. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is daily reflection. By taking time at the end of each day to reflect on our actions, thoughts, and emotions, we can gain invaluable insights into how we think and respond to the world around us. Self-reflection allows us to identify patterns of thought and behavior that either support or hinder clear thinking. It helps us recognize where we've allowed cognitive distortions to influence our perceptions and where we need to shift our mindset. Over time, this habit strengthens our ability to think with greater clarity and purpose, making it easier to navigate life's complexities. Another essential Stoic practice is negative visualization, or the art of imagining worst-case scenarios. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's a powerful way to reduce anxiety and emotional turmoil. By mentally preparing for challenges, we strip them of their emotional power and cultivate a sense of resilience. Negative visualization helps us appreciate what we have in the present moment, while also strengthening our resolve to face future difficulties. The Stoics understood that by acknowledging the worst possible outcomes, we can focus more clearly on what is within our control and approach problems with greater composure. Perhaps one of the most profound lessons from Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus is the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what lies beyond our control. This Stoic principle is crucial for clear thinking because it encourages us to focus our energy on the things that truly matter: our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of concerns about external circumstances. By focusing on what we can influence, we eliminate the mental clutter that comes from worrying about things outside our control. This shift in mindset is essential for cultivating clarity, as it frees us from the distractions of external events and allows us to center our thoughts on what we can do to improve our situation. Marcus Aurelius, in particular, teaches us the value of accepting reality as it is. His famous advice to love the truth that is in front of you encourages us to accept the present moment without resistance. When we stop fighting against reality, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that comes from wishing things were different. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means recognizing things as they are and working with them to create positive change. By accepting reality, we can think more clearly and respond to situations with greater wisdom and effectiveness. Another lesson from Marcus Aurelius is the importance of focusing on the present moment. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in worries about the past or anxieties about the future. But the Stoics understood that true clarity can only be found in the present. By focusing our thoughts on the here and now, we sharpen our ability to think clearly and make rational decisions. Marcus Aurelius's advice to live in the present moment is a call to reduce distractions and take action with purpose and clarity. Epictetus, similarly, emphasized the importance of maintaining a calm mind. Life's challenges and external stresses often push us toward emotional reactions, clouding our judgment and making it difficult to think clearly. Epictetus teaches us that, While we can't always control external events, we can control our response to them. By cultivating patience, composure, and calmness, we can maintain clear thinking even in the face of adversity. Epictetus also reminds us to recognize our inner power, the power to control how we think, feel, and act. This sense of agency is essential for cultivating mental clarity and emotional resilience. Throughout history, the Stoics have demonstrated that clear thinking is not just about intellectual clarity. It's about emotional resilience and the ability to navigate life's ups and downs with wisdom and poise. By applying the principles of Stoic philosophy, we can sharpen our minds, reduce mental clutter, and develop a clear, steady mindset that allows us to face life's challenges with confidence. As we continue our journey toward clearer thinking, we must remember that this process is ongoing. It requires patience, practice, and a commitment to self-improvement. By implementing the Stoic practices of reflection, negative visualization, and mindfulness, we can steadily build the mental discipline needed for clear thinking. Over time, these practices will shape our thoughts and responses, enabling us to lead more focused, purposeful lives. If you find yourself struggling with mental clarity, consider adopting some of these Stoic practices today. Start small with daily reflection and the practice of distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. Allow yourself the space to grow, knowing that mental clarity is a skill that can be developed over time. As you embrace these Stoic principles, you will find that your ability to think clearly improves, and you will gain greater insight into your thoughts, actions, and emotions. The more you practice, the clearer your thinking will become, and the more confident you will be in making decisions and navigating life's challenges. By following in the footsteps of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, we can all cultivate the mental clarity needed to live more purposeful, resilient, and effective lives.